Find the graph of the solution to the inequality 2x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 5x plus 6. Welcome to this video. I promised in the last video that I will do similar question like this. So before we solve this question, I would like again you pause the video, you try by yourself. A quick review. Okay, for inequalities, we have different symbols. So we have a 4 symbol, and we have the first one as what? Less than or equal to. So let's highlight this. Okay, the second one is less than. The third one greater than, and the last one greater than or equal to. So understand that when they say less than or equal to, the first one, less than or equal to, so we're gonna represent the point on the graph using full circle or shaded, shaded. We're gonna also do the same thing for the greater than or equal to. So we shaded, at the point, at the value. But when they say less than, or they just say greater than without using equal to or the little bar underneath, so it's just gonna be open circles. It's like a zero, we don't shade. So this is just a quick review. And also understand that using the symbol, you have a less than symbol. So what you have first on the left side is smaller than what you have on the right side. Same thing for bigger than symbol. So what you have on the left side is greater than what you have on the right side. Now, if we go back to the question, the first thing to do is to solve for x. And having the equation 2x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 5x plus 6, we'll try to subtract 5x on both sides. Yeah, note that in math, we can use a different method to reach the same correct solution. So someone can decide to add a 3 on both sides, which is also fine, or subtract 2x on both sides, also fine. But usually we try to have our variable on the left side, like something like this is greater than or equal to something. You see, that's why, we try to make sure we have the variable on the left side and everything without the variable on the other side. So here, if you have a 2x minus 5x, so we are combining like terms. So this, we are combining this. 2x minus 5x give you negative 3x. Okay, minus 3 is greater than or equal to 6. Yes, the 5x and the negative 5x will cancel out, you see. Okay, now the next thing here is to add the 3. So we want to get rid of the negative 3. So if you add the 3 on both sides, we have a negative 3x is greater than or equal to positive 9. Because this negative 3 and the positive 3 will cancel out. So having negative 3x is greater than or equal to 9 to solve for x. What we do? We divide both sides by what? By the coefficient of x, the number in front of x, which is negative 3, negative 3. Okay, so doing that, we're going to have x alone. So because the negative 3 and the negative 3 are going to cancel out. So we have x alone over there. Okay, the 9 divided by negative 3 will be negative 3. Now, what's going to happen to the symbol? This symbol, what's going to happen to that symbol? We're going to flip it. Flip it means what? This will become is less than or equal to. Where we flip it again. Every time you have inequality and we divide that inequality by a negative number, you flip the symbol. The same thing when you multiply the inequality by a negative number, so you flip it. It's only for negative number if you divide or you multiply by a negative number. So having this x is less than or equal to negative 3. Remember again, when we are here using less than symbol, we know that what we have on the left side is the smaller and what we have on the right side is the big. So this is telling you that, okay, the value we can choose for x will be smaller than negative 3. So on the number line, any value you have on the left side of -3 will be smaller than -3. Therefore, we're going to choose C as the correct answer. So first of all, at the -3, we have shaded, shaded circle at the -3, and this is pointing to the left side. That means what? -4, -5, -6, -7, and so on. So going to the left side, any value you have there, is smaller than -3. That's why the best choice is C. Okay, let's see the next problem. So this is a polynomial, right? And we want to do subtraction between these two polynomials. They say simplify completely. They can also say, okay, subtract this minus this. They can also use that. Okay, so the first thing to do when you have a question like this is to remove the parentheses. We're going to remove the brackets. But look, the highlights again using, yellow. So there is a negative sign between the two parentheses because we are doing subtraction, which is correct. So the key part of this is what? When you are removing the parentheses, that negative sign I highlighted in yellow will change the sign of anything, in the second parenthesis. So here in blue, everything in blue here will change sign. That means what? If something in blue there is negative, that will turn to positive. If something in blue is positive, that will turn to negative. That's what we have to understand before we continue. Okay, so remove a parenthesis, you're gonna have a 6x to the second power plus 7x minus 3. Okay, now that negative sign in yellow will change the negative 2x squared to positive 2x squared. Okay, that same negative sign in yellow gonna change the positive 4x to what? Negative 4x. The same negative sign in yellow gonna change the negative 5 to what? Positive 5. Okay, now we removed the parentheses. You have to understand this. If this step, is not done properly, okay, probably you're gonna get a wrong answer. Yeah, because that will affect the rest of the operation. So at this step, we're gonna combine like terms. So 6x squared and the 2x squared are like terms. Why they are like terms? Because both are sharing, x square. They have x square in common. So we're going to combine their coefficient, which what? We're going to combine 2 and the 6. 2 and the 6 are positive, so it's like you have a 2 plus 6. That will be 8. Okay. So we're going to have 8x to the second power. Okay, do you have a more like terms? Yes, we have more. So the 7x, which is also positive, but here we have a negative 4x. Why they are like terms? They are like terms because both have what? This x in common. So what we're going to do is to combine the coefficients. Combine coefficients means what? We take a 7, we combine with a negative 4, which is positive 7 minus 4. Doing that, okay, we get what? Positive 3x. Do you have more like terms? Yes, we have more. So we have a negative 3 and positive 5. Why they are like terms? Because both are just numbers without a variable, without the x. So yes, we can combine them. And the negative 3 plus 5 is how much? Negative 3 plus 5 is positive 2. Okay, therefore, the best choice here is what? B. So 8x squared plus 3x plus 2. Okay. I can come back again, in another video for similar question like this. Now, let's see the last problem. What is the value of y in the following system of equation? Yeah, this is a system, of equation. Why they call it system of equation? They call it system of equation because we have two equations. So it's a system. Yeah, we have a two equations. Sometimes it can be three equations, four equations, but for this, exam or test, it's just going to be two equations. So we want to solve this system of equation. And the thing is this, they just ask you to solve for y. We only need the y value. So we don't need the x, we need the y value. Attention, to solve a system of equation like this, when they ask for one variable, what we do is to eliminate the other variable. When you eliminate the other variable, that will help you to solve for that variable they want to. So this variable here is y. So we need to eliminate, let's write it down. So eliminate what? Eliminate x. So to eliminate x, what we do? We have to see if they have opposite coefficient. Opposite coefficient means what? Okay, so the coefficient for the first equation, the coefficient for x in the first equation is 3. The coefficient for x in the second equation is -1. Yes, we saw negative x, but you have to understand that negative x means -1x. So the coefficient is -1. So they don't have opposite coefficient. So how will you see that they have opposite coefficient? That means what? If you have a 3 as the coefficient of one variable, okay, the opposite of 3 have to be -3. If you have a 5, opposite of a 5 will be -5. If you have a -7, the opposite of a -7 will be +7. Okay, so that's they have the same number, but the sign is different. Okay, so for that, what we'll do here is to multiply the second equation. So this second equation, we're going to multiply that second equation, the entire equation, by 3. Why we multiply the entire equation by 3? Okay, first of all, when you do that, you still keep that balance, because equation means what? You have something is equal to something. You have a two sides. You have a left side and you have the right side. So if you multiply the entire equation by a number, that means what? You multiply the left side by 3 and you also multiply the right side by 3. So we still have that balance. But the reason we multiply here by 3 is to create that opposite coefficient. So again, let's write it down. You have this multiplied by 3. So the equation will change to what? The first one will have a 3x, okay, minus 4y is equal to -20. Now, when you multiply by 3, the second equation, so we need to do this for everything inside. So 3 multiplied by -x will be -3x. 3 multiplied by +2y will be 6. So +6y is equal to, so 3 multiplied by 10 is 30. So this is equal. Okay, 30 over 3. Okay, so we have equal, one moment, equal. Okay, so almost done. We have this, gonna cancel out. Now we're gonna combine the y's. We have a -4y and the +6y. You combine them, that give you what? 2y, +2y is equal to, we combine -20 and the +30, that give you +10. Now to solve for y is just to divide both sides by 2, and we have y is equal to 5. Yes, y is equal to 5. So the answer will be here. Okay, y is equal to 5. That's the answer. Okay, again, I will come back to this system of equation in another video to help people to better understand it. Okay, thank you so much, for watching this video. And again, I will see you in our next video. Feel free, to leave any comment, which will help me also to better serve you. Thank you.